The bearer of the feather has the right to alter reality. And the reality is that the door is unlocked, so it will be. I twist the doorknob and it turns smoothly. I want that feather. I push the door open, holding it for Quaylee to enter. Well, that makes things so much more convenient. Could you do anything like with that feather? I'm not sure. For simple things, I'm sure I could change all sorts of reality. Like seriously, we're like the fucking strongest dog. We can literally change reality to our liking. Correction again. Hot is the keyword here. Ah, dark. Gosh, I can't take it today. You guys are naughty. You guys are the ones that are hot. You guys are the ones that are hot. You hanging out in my chat, watching me play dog games. If anyone is hot, it's you. You guys are hot. Hot as fuck. For simple things, I'm sure I could change all sorts of reality. But say for huge events, I need to plan out all the components. For example, if I wanted the world to end, I'd have to plan out exactly how. By food shortage, a fire. How would the fire not be put out? Maybe something happened to the fire department's pipe. Why the fuck is he thinking about ending the world? I was more thinking about, like, you know, don't know, ending world hunger. Watching dog games being hot, sus. Okay, maybe that came up wrong, but you guys are hot, and I love all of you. Like, seriously. But I could make it work. Whoa. Yeah, take this fucking feather away from him. He's literally thinking about ending the world. You see why I don't like using it, though? It's way too much responsibility. Yet, you choose to use it over a simpler solution such as me shouldering the door? It would have given way immediately. Well, on brighter side, hunger ends with world. Like, everything would have ended with world. My hotness would have ended with world. Do you really want that? I just didn't want you to get your paws dirty. Using the feather for something small is the least I could do. There's a hallway further along with doors lining it. We check them one by one, but they're all empty. Hell nah, exactly. We proceed along the hallway. It leads to a large open room. In the center of the room sits a single desk. This must be it. I hope so. You think your brother would just leave something like this? It does look suspiciously easy. My arena senses are tingling. But we did get this far. It's not going to stop me. I march up to the desk and forcefully start opening the drawers. Forcefully open the drawers! Aha! There is a thick leather-bound book tied close with a piece of twine. I tug on the twine to unravel it and the book bursts open. Here, take a look. I flip to the first page. It's a journal? I imagine there are many worlds. In theory, I might like to visit them. Oh, Chunwen! However, my biggest desire is merely to avoid complicated things. Drama, maintenance of status. It's so troublesome to me. Chunwen! Is it really okay to be leaving your thoughts sitting out here in the open? Well, to be fair, a random dog would be very hard-pressed to even try to break into this place. The building itself reeks of high ranking. I didn't really mean it as a serious question. Ah, oops. Maybe you're roughing up on me! Hey, you forgot to say mathematics? Oh my god, you're so right. If I could have the feather, I would end math. Just like, bam, no more math. So any other clues we have here? It's, yeah, the top. I agree, dog. I quickly check the other drawers on the desk. Empty. I check underneath just to see if there's some hidden compartment. Doesn't seem to be. I knock on the desk and its sides, trying to listen for hollowed sounds. There doesn't seem to be anything odd. A short while later. I guess the journal was the only thing to find at Obsidian Rock Industries. I'll take a look at it when I get home and I see if I can figure out what clues Chungman left. Sounds good. Keep me posted. I will. Thank you for the help. As we leave the building, I tie the book shut and clutch it tightly. I never thought my brother to be the type that would keep a journal, actually. I guess there are parts of each other we don't know. Were you too close? Wasn't Einstein who fucked my life over an apple falling on his head? That was Newton. And that's physics. I so wish he was sitting under a coconut tree. Poor Newton. Poor Newton. I mean, either way, he would have discovered gravity that way, so I don't know. Would have just been a bit harder for him. I consider him to be the dog most like me. That turned out to be eerily true when I learned I would face him in the final arena bracket. We had a great time in the plains as puppies. I think that was the time I saw him the most. After that, we had to live apart from each other. Newton inventing gravity really screwed over everyone except birds. What the fuck, guys? First of all, he didn't invent gravity. Like, he just, like, let's say he discovered this, but I think inventing is a bit far. We didn't speak regularly, but I'd see him during the break between an arena bracket or two. You know how after you leave a dog, it's like your life goes on separate branches? It always felt that. No matter how far away our branches go, they would eventually come back and meet. You'll see if your branches meet again after you figure out that journal. Though, I'm wondering, would you say that this is the furthest your branches have ever been apart? You literally left the island and it's been so many years. Yeah, I've long known that we would go our separate ways, but I never expected that it would be such separate ways. There were some days when I doubted my decisions, that I wondered if my departure from the island divided our branches irredeemably. But I still have the hope that we'll come back together, like I said. Damn, those birds got some Valor Mortal ranked aim if they can poop on my head from that high. Yeah, they're definitely better than me. But hey, I'm training. We're in the Valorant training arc. I have my own senseis who are teaching me. I'll be better. Do you want to join me? Oh crap. He's gonna be mean at us again. Slacker. Oh no, he didn't. Say, do you want to join me? Like, not to read the journal. I feel my brother would want me to do it alone. But you just keep me company? Yeah, the real Valorant training arc begins. With Valorant Thursdays. Yes, it's you, silly. But just to keep me company. Sure, why not? 5 minutes later, uninstall. Nah, I'm a fighter. Plus, if I just don't get better, I'm just gonna be the, like... Seriously, me playing Valorant is more like everyone else is super serious and wanting to win, and I'm just there like trying to cause the most menace and like madness there is. So I think that's fine with me. Let's roll then. The environment isn't very comfortable. Siege? Siege. Siege. What is siege? Warzone, I know. The next day. I stayed up late reading the journal. I have read roughly 1/3 of it, but so far nothing stands out as clue. Ah, Rainbow Six Siege. Ah, oh, Oh, yeah. It's the one where you're I have on my hat that you're like going into a house and it's kind of like sneak, like some are terrorists, some are, is that right? Kind of like CS:GO, but not CS:GO. I should just stop talking, I'm sorry. My knowledge of these games is so bad. But I think it's cool. Like, if I remember right, you can even use like a camera to sneak up in houses. But maybe I'm completely wrong and that's something completely different, so I'm just not gonna embarrass myself any further. Cool games though. Girl, just sit in my pocket. Yeah, pocket sage! Yep, rescue the hostage, plant the fuser. Ah, I got it. Cool. Yeah, those games are pretty cool. I just, since I never started shooters because I can't aim. So Valorant is literally my first shooter. For that involves gaming. That involves aiming. Scouting the building with drone cams. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Max left breakfast for me once again. Oh, Max is such a good boy. After devouring the egg crabs, I sit in the armchair, pick up the journal again. Ops have some cool gadgets. Holo clone? Oh, like a holographic clone? For like distraction? I'm hungry. It's still a while till Max gets home from work. I can probably go get something. Are turning invisible in cameras? Ooh. I remember seeing a fried sweet potato stall. I could eat that too. Or should I get IU jelly? Life is so hard being a dog. It's never not weird that IU happens to be the name of the dog and also the name of my favorite drink. No, you said the other one was your favorite. You said milk bubble tea. Don't lie. Potato, now you're hungry? I'm sorry. Humming a tune, I check for my pendant and turn on Max's alarm system before stepping out the door. I was thinking about doing like a not really a German lesson, but like you guys, one German word a day. How about that? And since we're on the topic of potatoes, we should learn the word potato. Does anyone, except for the Germans in chat, know the word potato? Sammy, you are not allowed either, because I taught you already. Humming a tune, I check for my pendant and turn on Max's alarm system. Never feed potato to the dogs. They will... Really? No, I would eat potato myself. Good. No one knows, so you can... Potatan! Potatan! No. Mark, hi! This is perfect. I'm gonna proceed with the German lesson right now. Mark ist eine alte Kartoffel. I'm at work right now. Want me to cook you anything? Why do I have so many amazing people that can cook me stuff? That's so cool. Yeah, anything, sweetheart. What are you cooking? Anything you can whip me up real quickly? Short walk later. You take that bag? No, I'm sorry. You're not an old potato. You're amazing. I just needed. I don't know what it was called, but I'm not. I thought you understood it. I said something super nice. Infinity confirm. I gave you lots of compliments, Mark. In the end, I got... Oh, I got both! Look at that! On the way back, I can't help but reach into the paper bag for a sweet potato fry. Yeah, I do that all the time. Alright, I should use the stick. My paws aren't clean. I take the thin bamboo skewer and stick it in the fry. I didn't say anything bad, Mark. Don't worry about it. And how is work? Are you okay? You're not gonna be in trouble if you're on my stream? You understood potato? Yeah! Kartoffel! Kartoffel! Fun facts, Germans have the best bread in the world. Yes, I think we had that topic. Like, you were in Frankfurt, right? And you ate bread. I think I remember that. Look at me remembering things! I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to... Sorry. This deserves hat patting. Delicious hot steam comes from the hole I just poked in the thick, freshly fried potato. Delicately, I bring the stick up to my mouth. Ow! What the fuck? What the fuck? What just happened? Being happy with a sweet potato fry. I'll go to bed now. Abducted again. I know, what the fuck. Yeah, Infinity, thank you so much for being here, for modding. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Potato! What the fuck did the potato do to me? Goddamn woman, what do you have to eat to have that kind of memory? I don't think it's that special. I'm just really trying. Like, I always feel bad when I don't remember exactly who told me what. Like, I'm really trying to, you know, stick it back together. Piece it back together. But I'm trying my best. And if I do something wrong, I hope you guys forgive me. Where am I? Where is this? Yeah, what the fuck? Hello, hello. Why is there a Shiba with a crown on top? Xurla! You forgot what you ate for breakfast? That's okay. That's not important, as long as you had a good meal. Why are you... The dog takes out her pendant and I feel mine yanking at my jacket as it is drawn like a magnet to the other pendant. Oh fuck. Arena! She is much more deserving of the title than me. What confidence I have built up over the years has been shattered by this encounter. No matter what I do, I will never be as good as Goro Nyanya. Is this what other dogs felt like when they went against me in the arenas? By pure luck, I prevailed against her. To have to rely on luck. I was in control of my fate. Now I understand it's all just a dice roll. What is the use of even trying? What the fuck is happening? Even though the end result was good, I feel like there are so many dogs that are much more deserving. They were so skilled. What did they do wrong? You weren't paying attention, that's okay. We were talking about potatoes. I taught them the potato, and then suddenly it was all about food because Mark apparently is cooking right now at work. So I was just full on food mode. Full on food mode, which is the best mode. I grin as I strap myself down. Arena by arena, I'm closer to fulfilling my destiny. I'm going to hold the power of all reality and dogs. What the? I repeat, I'm going to hold the power of all reality and dogs will bow down before me. No one will dare to stand in the way of my freedom. I've worked so hard since the last arena, and I've come out on top, and so have the dogs in this bracket. Finally, dogs worthy of going head to head with me. The familiar sensation of the consciousness fading, yet still being aware and sentient. Like emerging from sleep, waking into a world that is real, yet completely parallel to real life, the emulated reality in which arenas are set. I'm buzzing with anticipation. I'm so ready to eliminate these dogs! What the fuck? This game! I can't! In this arena, it doesn't matter that all of us were the top dog in our past brackets. Here, only one of us can be the winner, and the rest losers. These are going to be the most challenging opponents I've ever met. What if they all whip me? No, stop. Take a deep breath, Sid. You're a little nervous, and that is natural. I'm sure everyone is wired up. Whoa! Okay! The world comes into focus again, and I can feel it. The exhalation when an arena begins. All alone in the world, so quiet, but no time to enjoy it. Time to get my bearings. This one is set in a modern building. I actually recognize it as a building from real life. It's a bit differently, of course. Usually bustling with dogs and a shopping center downstairs, it's now deserted. Crisscross escalators connect the floors, still operating. The trouble is that it's visible from several floors above if you take them. I'd have to be desperate to use them. I'll still hop on the escalators if I have to escape from a tight situation, but let's hope it just doesn't come to that. There are 20 of us, so I wonder how we spawned. From what I can tell, I'm on one of the lower floors. Ah! I'm trying to hydrate. Sorry. If I can't speak anymore, I need to hydrate. Ah. Oh yeah. I felt that. From what I can tell, I'm on one of the lower floors. Why is it so hot right now? Or at least if this is true to the real world building layout. Assuming we're evenly distributed, that would mean there's only one dog for every 5 floors or so. How many fucking floors are there? These 5 floors could be each dog's de facto territory. Since 5 floors is pretty vast for one dog to guard, it wouldn't be difficult for an opponent to slip inside the territory. On the other part, it would also be risky to attack someone else's territory early on, because that would leave one's own territory vulnerable. Such are the inconveniences of going solo. Contrary to earlier arenas, it isn't common to group up immediately. To have gotten this far, these dogs can take care of themselves. But I prefer this. Never rely on anybody if you want to be able to alter reality. That's what I tell myself. No need to trust anyone, but it's great if dogs trust me. That strategy has worked far for me thus far. I take a walk around my floor. Storefronts are lined up along the sides with mannequins and glass showcases. The interior seems true to real life. The storefronts I see so far have clothes racked, set up neatly. There's an important observation. Some arenas seem more like set pieces, vaster and emptier. I enter the store and stalk through the aisles, noting that they would be good hiding places or like trees in the wild, good for breaking up line of sight. I continue to explore, feeling more familiar with the floor layout, but I'm also getting impatient to scout out what others are doing. It is risky, since I can't defend my own base when I'm gone, but being aggressive has often worked out for me. I might as well go for it. There's one rule of reality, and I'm going to be it. It wouldn't be wise to use the escalators like I had noted earlier. That's begging for attention. If I remember correctly, there's a fire escape somewhere here. Locating the closest staircase, I begin my ascension. I take a cursory look at the 2 floors above me, but they are deserted. On the 3rd floor above, I tread more carefully, taking a look around every corner before venturing out. If I refer to the floor I landed on as the ground floor, and my theory is correct that each dog has 5 floors, I should run into someone soon. Of course, I'm still assuming that the arena does things symmetrically, which according to experience is reasonable. I head up one more flight of stairs, making this the 4th floor from my spawn point. At this point, the storefronts give way to office space. I knew that some floors are rented out to companies as office space, and that there are luxury stores and restaurants on the highest floor. But in the real world, I have only been to the shopping floors, so I don't know what to expect on these upper floors. I wonder if there's food at the luxury restaurant floors. It would tire me out to climb up that many floors. If that happens, I'll need to conserve energy so I don't have a disadvantage. Surely there are vertical elevators past this point. There seem to be only freight elevators on the shopping floors. I prefer to avoid them since they move too slowly. However, there might be no choice but to take either type of elevator to access the highest floors if I don't want to be tired out climbing the stairs. True! Since elevators are on enclosed space, I'll need to be extra careful since they could be easily rigged with traps. Now that I think about it, I should rig the elevators before anyone else gets to it. I spot some movement in the corner of my eye in another section on the floor. I don't think I'll go into the offensive just yet, but I might as well get a good visual on this dog. I head in the direction that I saw the movement. I pass a floor-to-ceiling glass divider, which opens into an office cafeteria. Where did it go? There's no sign of anyone else in the cafeteria area, so I move along. There's another open area that forms a ringed corridor. There it is again. Now I can clearly see the dog. She's grey, not a very common color, but that makes her all the more memorable. Spotting me, she moves quickly down the ringed corridor and vanishes through a door. Don't follow, don't follow, don't follow. Should I? No. I weigh my options. It's quite early on in the arena, so chances are she hasn't had much preparation. She probably isn't 100% familiar with the surroundings. Unless she happened to have worked here prior, which is unlikely. Work, if applicable, only starts after a dog has completed all their arenas. This is so each dog can be allocated to work that suits their value. I suppose it's safe enough to take the initiative right now. I'm confident with my ability to react on the fly. Fuck, I can't choose. It's another cafeteria area, the mirror image of the area I had just left. She must have gone into the offices. I walk through the seating area, but suddenly a vending machine topples down, blocking the way behind me! Gasp! How? I could climb over it, but the dog must know exactly where I am now. Trying not to think too much about it, I proceed into the offices. It's quiet and seemingly empty. I flatten my body below the height of the desk. Where could you be? All of a sudden, a cabinet topples down towards me. How is this happening? I make a beeline for a gap between the two tables. Good thing I wasn't squashed, but I want to stay hidden and leave the area. The sound from the furniture trap surely is how she avoids being caught off guard. The further I go in, the more apparent it is that the desk had been rearranged. Have I been funneled in this direction without even noticing? I gulp involuntarily, feeling the lump go down my throat. It's only the beginning of the arena. How did she manage to set this up so quickly? One wrong move and I'll be eliminated. Another bang and I jump. Forget fighting this dog. I'm getting out of here. There should be a fire escape nearby, assuming it's connected to the one on the shopping floors. I scan the walls and thankfully I spy the door in question. Heading straight for it, I press on the button that opens it. It doesn't budge. No, 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 no. I press again and again, desperately, empty clicks ringing in my ears like my heartbeat. Oh my, a really reckless one, aren't you? The dog appears from behind one of the office desks. Such a shame to be eliminated so quickly. I don't answer, backing away and putting some distance between us. Honestly, I'm surprised that someone would fall for this so quickly. She slowly looks me up and down. I don't have the luxury to observe her in the same detail, instead trying to scan the room for openings, while only watching her for sudden movements in my peripheral vision. Aha, I get it. You're a prod dog, aren't you? I turn my full attention on her. She's smiling smugly. I try to keep my expression neutral, but she seems to have caught the brief flash of irritation. That explains your abysmal performance thus far. I've been performing perfectly well. God, you're just trying to distract me. I could just run away, you know. I'm bluffing and we both know it. From the way she cornered me by blocking the fire escape, she had exactly predicted my actions. She probably already set up something behind me to further trap me. I might be slightly larger than her, but at this stage in the arena's physical strength barely gives me a competitive edge. But in this desperate situation, maybe. I run forward, ramming into her. She sidesteps so I don't impact her head on, but it's enough to throw her off balance. However, she uses the split second of impact to feel up my torso. I know exactly what she's looking for. Even at a moment like this, she's gathering information. You don't have it hidden here. I make a wild dash towards another door that probably leads back to the side of the office complex I came from. Thankfully it opens, and I frantically look behind me as I run out. The other dog hasn't moved to pursue me. Goodbye, my little puppy. She waves cheerfully, but along with a sweet smile, she's watching me beadily. She let me go on purpose. All my bravado sapped out of me, I escape back to my floors, tail tucked between my legs the whole time. Hey, Tech Delight! Thank you so much! Thank you for the follow, thank you for joining the clan. How are you doing? How's your day or night going? You're a fan of dogs? Psycho dogs at this? Super psycho dogs? The next couple of days I just snoop around, getting a catalog of the other dogs. I take the freight elevator several times without incident and leave some items around the access points to my floor so I can observe if anyone has trespassed. For example, I dragged up a fluffy rug and set it in front of the elevator so it would notice if there were any paws indents in it. In front of the fire escape doors, 4 in total, I spread a thin layer of powder. This is procured by sneaking into the office floors and grabbing some food replacement powder from the kitchen. I also arranged some simple traps and funnels in the storefronts like the dog above me had. However, since most of my props are clothes racks instead of something sturdy and heavy like office desks, there are obviously vulnerabilities in my funnels. Hi, how are you doing today? And I'm doing well. Just got my doggo crushing me because she wants to sit on my lap. Oh, what kind of doggo? That is so cute. I know the feeling. I hope you're not too hurt. Yes, we're doing well. We're doing extremely well. We're playing this super weird game. Enjoying it though. I don't think I'm going to finish tonight though, because it's actually close to ending time for me. Actually, it's already passed, but I'm like so invested. I'm just waiting for a good spot to end right now. A German Shepherd! Oh, German. Well, she or he is a biggie then. So yeah, I can imagine that can hurt, especially if they jump on you. However, since most of my props are close racks, oh yeah, vulnerabilities in my funnels. Despite the preparations, my floor remains relatively quiet. I wonder if it's because I'm on the lowest floors? To get here, dogs would have to get past the absolutely brutal trapper above me. If anyone is the best position to eliminate me, it would be her. Thankfully, she seems to prefer to lure dogs in, which reminds me. Some time ago, I step out of the freight elevator to a floor that's above the trapper's levels. Trapper is a code name I've taken to call the dog above me. Alright, coast clear. I scan all around me, including the ceiling, before venturing out. Suddenly, I hear yapping coming from a distance, and I cautiously move along the wall towards the sound. I'm gonna look up how long this game is for you real quick. That would be so sweet, because it feels like we're getting close, because this is like the 3rd arena. So, but I don't know, like, worst case, we're just gonna finish it tomorrow. And afterwards, we can move on to Harvestella or something else. It feels close, to be honest. It feels close. I feel like we spent so much time in this game already. It's insane. I creep up to the railing and peer down. Oh, fish sticks. The trapper has a dog tied up very, very well. Its feet are bound together, and its torso is tied to the railings on that floor. So she circles the prey, and I hear the smug, playful tone she used with me the other day. She moves closer to the trapped dog and lowers her voice. I can't make out what she's saying, but the conversation seems quiet, one-sided. After some moments, she starts prodding around the victim's torso, and seems to find what she's looking for. The tied-up dog seems completely out of it. However, instead of smashing its pendant immediately, the trapper chats away for a bit longer. Not eliciting any response from the victim, the trapper shrugs and finally takes a swipe at the dog. Wow, that's a real psycho dog. Well, that's one down. The trapper watches the dog dissolve before sauntering away. Whew! Anyhow, today I'm going to try to scout out a higher floor. My freight elevator doesn't go up past the 40th floor, so I can either take the customers' elevators from the 10th floor or the separate freight elevators from the 20th. How many hours did you go last time? I think around 3.5 as well. So this is like 7 hours now. I feel that's a lot, but maybe like for this kind of game, it feels like a lot, to be honest. Good old hydration. Compared to typical arenas set in the open, this level design complicates traveling, since there are bottlenecks at each floor's access points. Perfect for dogs that operate like the trapper. Anyway, I want to get a better idea of the state of competition. So far I've seen a large black Shiba in the luxury restaurant floors. The dog eliminated by the trapper had occupied the floors above the trapper, from my guess. I arrive at the next series of floors, the amenities, basically luxury hotel rooms. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind going there. It's hard to find info, but I'd say you have maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 hours left. Okay, you know what, people? I'm sorry, Tech Delay, that you literally joined when I'm ending, but I hope to see you again soon. Let us end here tonight. I think otherwise we're just going on and on. Oh god, how do I save again? Like this, right? Yes. I'm so scared I'm gonna load by mistake. Everything is just gone. That's alright, Sammy. Thank you so much though. We'll just do it tomorrow again. Like I have a stellar planned, but that's fine too. You're back from feeding the dogs? Dog, I'm so sorry. I'm literally just ending for tonight. I'm looking for someone that we can rate. And yeah, you literally came to my ending speech. How does that feel? That doesn't feel good, does it? But it's okay, because I'll be back tomorrow. So, as always, bummer. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Come here. I'll give you that though. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Thank you. For real. Thank you for coming, even though you hate the game. Yeah, at least right on time to say bye-bye. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Like always, take care of yourself, right? Treat yourself. Be kind to each other. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.